y'all, this room, if you guys have seen it before, it was different. It looked different. It was all carpeted. The walls were brown. It felt very dark and there was not a lot of excitement happening. So I decided I wanted to give this space a full makeover, a full refresh. What is up? This is Oksana with Craft and More Design. Last video that I posted, I gave you guys 10 tips on how to decorate your built-ins or your bookshelf. My husband and I actually built these 100% by ourselves. So I'm going to share some really fun tips and tricks for you guys, like how to prepare your wood, how to plan out your space, all that kind of stuff. So y'all make sure to stay tuned so you don't miss anything good. And don't forget to subscribe. One of the first things that we did, which is so cool, is we actually ripped up all of the carpets in this room by ourselves. So we went to Floor & Decor, we picked out the flooring that we wanted, prepared the space so that there was no moisture since we are in a basement right now. Then what we did is we ended up marking out our space to measure how big our built-ins were going to be. We measured out the space, went ahead and built it, and then spent a day painting and just really having it prepped nice. When it came to my accent wall, I knew that I wanted to do a wooden slat wall. What I ended up doing is finding something that I really liked, and then I went ahead and created some stain samples. For you guys that are working with wood or want a wood accent wall or anything with wood and you're not quite sure on which stain to choose, make samples and label them so that once 24 hours goes and that stain sets, you can really see it before you make it permanent. So I don't like prep work because I just want it done, but prep work will save you so much time. Now, in regard to prepping wood, so let me show you guys. This is one of the best things for staining. Pre-stain conditioner. Y'all, this is seriously a life changer. For any of you guys that have stained with wood and it came across kind of like really splotchy and it just looks really grainy and discolored, it is because you did not prep your wood well enough. So you have to, if you can't afford good quality wood, then you have to sand your wood really well. I typically just use a 120 grit sandpaper and I just sand it until it feels really soft. Make sure you get a rag, wipe it down so that all the dust is not getting into your stain, and then take time to pre-stain your wood. Once this is finished drying, then you can go ahead and apply your stain. I do like to use the Mini Wax or the Varathane brand, and these are either Lowe's or Home Depot. And I always love to look for the ones that are fast drying, low odor, because honestly, nobody got time to wait for your stain when you have an accent wall to finish on a timely manner. So after I finished this accent wall, I knew that I wanted to have another accent wall when you first walked in, and I ended up going with that same green that I have in my other living room space because I wanted that tenuous glow. And I'm also just really obsessed with this green right now. So just a little tip of advice for you guys that are having a hard time making a decision, that if I don't like it, I just redo it. And if I don't like the color in a year, then I will repaint it. And if I don't care about that accent wall, then I'll take it down and try something different. So that has been something that I had to learn during this built-in project and during this office makeover. It's better to have something done than to have nothing done because you're waiting for that perfect moment or that perfect office or that perfect color or whatever. So in this case, the wall behind me, I really want to do a gold gallery frame wall there, and I still will, but because I'm having a hard time finding those frames that I'm really wanting, because I'm going for more of a vintage wall in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and just put something up that I like in the meantime, and I will continue to keep hunting for that perfect gallery frame. So I hope that's helpful. But what I ended up doing is I came up with kind of a rough plan in my head of what I wanted this space to look and feel, and then I went shopping based off that, including this desk. It's like one of those really awesome executive desks, but this executive desk, I actually found it at a thrift store for $25. Baby, do you like mommy's new desk? Me too. Excited to sand this baby down. I knew that I wanted it to be white and bright, and so I refinished it. And I will actually create a separate video on refinishing furniture in a super easy way. But again, the biggest thing about finishing this furniture, y'all, was the prep work. I primed this thing like probably 3 or 4 times after I sanded it down really well for a long time, a very long time. Then I went ahead and just applied that top coat of paint and then sealed it with polyurethane. And I went ahead and organized my drawers and put everything in here that I want to use on a daily basis. I think one of my favorite things about designing a room makeover and then implementing it is just all the fun things that you can do. So for example, we found this really cool marble contact paper on Amazon. I'll post the link right below. And we ended up covering this area right back here so that when I'm finished with something that I've completed, that is actually what I will stage to take a photo to list it on Etsy or online. And it's just a really pretty backdrop that's super simple to create and make. Then we went ahead and furnished it and put any other storage items that we needed throughout the room. And I created this little nook back here where it's my calendar and my to-do list and kind of like the hidden things that are very important to my small business that I need to do. That's that as far as the office makeover side. In front of me is actually my laser machine portion side, and I'm still working on that. So I will have another video about setting up your laser machine and how to make it functional and practical on that side of things, and that will be another video another time. So y'all be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more fun stuff. Okay, and this piece right there is seriously one of the cutest pieces because this was actually the sign for my store before I shut it down, and this was the first thing that you saw when you walked in. So now with my office, that is the first thing that you see as well, which I think is so cute. And that's a wrap. So I hope that was helpful for you guys to see what we did behind the scenes. It is amazing what you can do with your space just by adding a little bit of creativity and some work and some power tools. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and post a comment on what you guys like. It helps me so much when y'all engage with me, and don't forget to subscribe.